Hello my dear students, welcome back to my channel. Today let us try to crack some of the NEET questions which may appear from the lesson The Living World. Now let's not waste the time. Let's go for the first question. The label of herbarium sheet does not carry information on. You might have seen the herbarium sheets, right? It also carries a label here. And what are the things which are displayed in this label? Let us see. See the scientific name, common name, location or habitat, collector's name, collection date, and identification and some collection number. Here they have given 4 options. The first is date of collection and it is mentioned. Name of collector, yes. Local names, that means common name. And height of the plant. The label of herbarium sheet does not carry the height of the plant. Why? Because the height differs from one plant to another plant. So option D is the right one. Let's move to the second question. Which of the following is not a correct statement? Not a correct means what? Incorrect statement you have to identify. See, a museum has collection of photographs of plants and animals. You can have a look at the picture of the museum. See, the museum have collection of preserved plants and animal specimens for study and reference. But here they have given photographs. So, this is an incorrect statement. Let us move to the option B also. Key is a taxonomic aid for the identification of specimen and it is true. Next, herbarium houses dried, pressed, preserved plant specimens. So, this is the definition of herbarium. Botanical gardens have collection of living plants for reference. Yes, this is also true. The only incorrect statement in this question is option A. Let's move to the third question. The common characteristics between tomato and potato will be maximum at the level of their. See, before answering this question, you have to know the potato, that is Solanum tuberosum, and tomato, that is Lycopersicum esculentum. They both belong to the same family and that is family Solanaceae. Commonly known as what? Potato family. And you can see many plants which belongs to this family are the good sources of vegetables and even fruits. Right? See here, coming back to the question, they have asked you the common characteristic between the tomato and potato. So, they both belongs to what? The same family. So, they have common characteristics as a family. So, option A. Let's move to the fourth question. Which of the following is less general in characters as compared to genus? See, you might have learned the hierarchical arrangement, right? So, the species is the lowest category, while the kingdom is the highest category. And the number of common character is maximum in case of the organisms which are placed in lowest category. And number of common character decreases with rise in category. Here, less general in characteristics means that is nothing else but species. Next, a taxon is. See, taxon means it represents what? Rank, right? So, a taxonomic group of any rank is said to be a taxon. Option D. Next, the term new systematics was introduced by. The term new systematics was coined by Julian Huxley in the year 1980. Okay, and it is based on the identification and grouping, that is into multiple branches of science. And he also coined a term called clean. Clean is nothing else but species. Now we call them as species, but Sir Julian Huxley, to the same term species, he coined cline. So here, coming back to the question, new systematics was introduced by Sir Julian Huxley. So option C is the right answer. Let's move to the seventh one. Species are considered as you all know, the definition of the species is basic units of biological classification and a taxonomic rank. Right? That means they both are interbreeding. That means they breed between the same species. Okay? And they produce a fertile offspring. And they share more common character, and it is the basic unit of classification. So, the real basic unit of classification is species. Option D. Next, the correct sequence of taxonomic categories is, see, I had already given some tricks. Kings play chess on fine grain sand. Here, go through is species, genus, order, phylum, no. Species, order, genus, kingdom, no. Again, genus, species, order, kingdom is also false. So, none of these. Go for none of this option. Yes, the living organisms can be unexceptionally distinguished from the non-living things on the basis of their ability for. They have given some options. See, interactions with the environment and progressive evolution. That means what? See, all the living organisms cannot interact. For example, if you see any person in a coma, okay, the person in a coma can hear things, can see things, okay, but he cannot respond, right? But he is interacting anyhow, right? But non-living things do not show any interactions. And evolution will be exhibited only by the living things. So, this is, yes, we can distinguish living things from non-living things by this character. Reproduction. While coming to the reproduction, there are some sterile couples. They do not reproduce at all. Okay, and you might have heard about a mule. So, it's an organism which do not reproduce at all. It's a sterile organism. A cross between a donkey and a horse. Okay, it's a cross between what? A donkey and a horse. It produces a mule and it is sterile. Next, growth and movement. When it's come to the growth, even non-living things do move. Right, even mountain, they show increase in size year after the year. That means, see, usually if the plants in any tree in a mountain grows, so year of the year they will say no, so some mountains it will be growing, and snow falls. If the snowfalls occurs, means the mountains will keep on growing. That snow is nothing else but non-living things, right? Next, responsive to touch. Example, the touchscreen mobiles, touchscreen laptops, they will also respond to the touch, right? So I cannot distinguish living things from this character, and even in this character. But interaction with the environment and progressive evolution, yes, definitely. So this is a characters from which the living organisms can be unexceptionally distinguished from non-living things. Yes, one of the first acts in taxonomy. See, Taxonomic identification means what? It is the recognition. That is, whatever the essential character is there, whatever the identity is there for the organism, we are recognizing it. Right? So it may be in descriptions, or to which family it belongs, to which species it belongs. So all these things are nothing else but what? Taxonomic identification. Okay. So in that, the first step is what they have asked. So first step is nothing else but the identification. First they have to identify an organism. Okay. Then they have to go with the classification, naming and description. Yes. Let's go for the 11th question. Nomenclature is governed by certain universal rules. Which of the following is contrary to the rules of nomenclature? See, this nomenclature was first introduced by Carolus Linnaeus in the year 1751. And these are certain universal rules. That is, the first name should be the genus, the second will be the species, and it should be in Latin or Greek, and the name should relate to the plant, and genus should be in a capital letter, species should be in a small letter, and it should be in italics or underlined separately. For example, you had already learnt Mangifera indica, right? Like this. See, let us move to the options now. The names are written in Latin and they are italicized. Yes, it is true. When written by hand, the names are to be underlined, that is separately. Yes. Biological names can be written in any language. This is a false. So, this is an incorrect statement. Let's go for the option D. The first word represents genus and second is specific epithet. Yes, true. Now, the correct option is option C. Now, let us move to the 12th question. Need for a proper system of classification arises because, see, classification helps in understanding the varieties of organisms which are present on this earth. And also, this classification gives an idea about how the origin of life and how evolution of organisms took place. Okay, and how some organisms are so similar, that is morphologically similar. Okay, why classification is needed? So, this is a question now. See, one is for the convenient study of living organisms. Next is for specific identification of various organisms. See, there are so many organisms on this earth and we have to identify them specifically. Yes, this is nothing else but Panthera leo. This is Solanum tuberosum. So, this is called specific identification. For the specific identification, we need a classification. And the third thing is to integrate the idea of life by studying new representative form. That is, new representative from each group. And in order to study about evolutionary relationship, we need this. Okay. Here they have given some options. The option A is the organisms of the past cannot be studied without it. Yes, it is true. Next, the classification helps in knowing the relationship among different group of organisms. Yes, with the classification only we can able to identify the organisms and can build the relationship among the organisms. And it is not possible to study each and every organism. That is the reason. Okay. So, all of the above reasons are true. So, we will go with the fourth option, all of this. Next, Classification deals with naming of plants, collection of plants arranged in a herbarium, process of arranging plants into groups, identification of plants. See, classification is nothing else but what? Grouping. It may be plant or it may be animal. Okay, that is just a system of arrangement into groups which shows the relationship. Here, it is not collection or naming or identification. Okay, it is a process of arrangement. Not only plants but also animals. So, the correct option is option C. Next, which scientist is known as Darwin of 20th century? See, this question has been repeated many times in many books, whatever I have referred till now. Okay. In the following years, Ernst Mayr, okay, he established evolutionary biology as a separate field. Okay. And this earned him the name the Darwin of 20th century. He classified the organism based on what? Evolutionary relationship. Since he used that evolution in his research, he was awarded as the Darwin of 20th century. So, option D, Ernst Mayr, is the right option. Which of the following is not a taxon but a category? You might be confused, right? Which of the following is not a taxon? It is not a rank, but it is a category. See, first you have to note down what are the major taxonomic categories. Okay. See, the major taxonomic categories are nothing else but the domains. Next is kingdom, phylum or division, class, order, family, genus, species. So, in this dicotyledons, it is not a category. Angiosperms also, polypetales, this is also not. So, division. So, out of this, if you get any options in A, B, C or D, so that whatever I have discussed here, that is kingdom, phylum, domain, division, class, order, family, genus, species, whatever I have discussed here, so they all come under what? Category. Okay? Yes. Next, let us move towards the 16th question. Which one of the following taxons cover greater number of organisms? See, that is kingdom, phylum, order, family, genus, species. So, this is the correct hierarchy of classification, right? See, in this, kingdom is the highest, which contains maximum number of species. Next is phylum or division, next order, next family, next genus, next species. So, here, if this is the order, then out of these four, the greater number of organisms are present in order, right? So, option A. Next, let's move towards the 17th question. Which of the following suffixes used for units of classification in plants, which indicates a taxonomic category of family? See, family means there is a chart here. You can have a look at it. For kingdom, there is no definite suffix. And for division, phyta or spermae is used. And for class, ne or opsida. And for order, ales. Family, ACEAE. Okay, and genus, there is no suffix, and species also, there is no definite suffix. Here they have asked the suffixes for family. So, the suffixes for family is what? ACEAE. Family, it is in a 5th position in a taxonomic hierarchy. So, which has a suffix called ACEAE. So, option C is the right. Let's move towards the next question. Which one is a mismatched pair? See, these are some of the biological names. You should go through this biological names chart which is given in the NCERT. Wheat, scientific name is Triticum aestivum, and for mango it is Mangifera indica. Okay, sorry, have added it for housefly. For housefly it is Musca domestica, right option, and mango Mangifera indica, but here they have given something else, so go for it. And lion Panthera leo. So in this, the mismatched pair is mango. So option C. Next, how many obligate categories are there? So obligate categories are nothing else but the same hierarchical classification, that is kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. So 7 obligate categories are there. So option C. And next, the binomial system of nomenclature of plants is effective from. They have given certain dates. See, you have to note down that species plantarum. It was published on 1st May 1753 by Carolus Linnaeus. In this, the list of every plant species which was known at that time was mentioned. Thus, the answer is option B, 1/5/1753. So, these are some questions which you can expect in your NEET examination. See, this is just a part 1 which I have solved. In the next session, let us go with the part 2 or the module 2. Let us discuss some more questions there. Hope this helped you. Thank you for listening.